think I did it. Hello. Anybody and everybody who might be here. I don't know, it's freaking late. It's such a weird time. I'm on whatnot hours. This is the time that I usually not the time that I usually stream. I stream like at this time or 4 a.m. But I have a lot to ship still. I have not finished my shipping and I gotta get this stuff out by this weekend or by tomorrow. Yeah, by today, technically. I'm Central Standard Time. And I figured I would go live. I have a video planned to launch tomorrow, but I haven't finished editing it. So in case I don't put the video out tomorrow, I have some form of content, even though I might just hide this video or, make it private or whatever after. But if anybody is awake, if anybody is up out there, you need to get some work done or you want to get some work done, then I'm here. I'm here and hello. Okay, let me figure out. Okay, I think that's good. I think I'm gonna have to adjust my lighting. Oh, my lighting, it's so freaking harsh on my eyes. Susan! Hi, Susan. Hello, hello. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Let me see. Let me see. Hi, Susan. How are you? Are you still awake or are you just waking up? Okay. I don't know if that's gonna look like really bad for you guys. I mean, this is very chilled, so it doesn't need to look good, right? Hopefully. Man, that's so much better. My eyes. My eyes have been giving me a lot of problems lately. All right. Susan, are you working? Are you working or are you just kind of like hanging out, chilling out, trying to wind down? I don't think I can do all the cool stuff because I don't have the premium. I'm so used to having music like for myself, and I don't think I can do copyright music or royalty free music or anything. This is kind of bugging the heck out of me. Okay, so I'm just gonna ship. If anybody jumps in and throughout or whatever, I'll check the comments every now and then. I like going on during this time because I feel like there's no pressure to perform. I can just no expectations because hopefully there's not a whole lot of people that stop in. I mean, I'm good with a few. I'm good with a few because it's not boring. So Susan, thank you for being here. Oh, trying to wind down. Nice, nice. I'm still pretty wide awake. I had a lot going on today. Um, yeah, the music. No, no, no. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stay away from the music. And but I'm used to listening to music. I've been listening to a lot of music lately while I work versus as much whatnot or YouTube videos. I just work better without other people to distract me, I guess. Okay, so let's get started. I have 25 orders left to package up, so not too bad there. A couple of them are big bundles though, so I might just do those like later. And let me know if my volume and my video quality and stuff like that is pretty good. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Susan, are you on Whatnot? Do you buy or sell on Whatnot? I sold my very first Sweaty Betty piece on Whatnot. I think it went for a decent price, honestly. I think I just listed it on Poshmark for $40, but that might have been kind of on the high side. Realistically, it was going to sell for like 30 to 35, but some styles have sold for this price, but I didn't really have a whole lot in this exact style and color to go off of as far as comps go. So I sold it on Whatnot for $21, which isn't bad. I did a $5 start. I did a $5 start on it. So if I can remember some of this stuff, like what I started at, I'll go over. prices with you guys. This one was actually in my last video. I found this for $5. So it's nice. And the whatnot fees are definitely a little bit less than Poshmark and eBay, but not by a whole lot. There is a feature now on Whatnot where you can pay to promote your show, similar to like eBay promoted listings. So if you do that, then that will definitely drive up your, my camera's like auto focusing. That would definitely raise your fee percentage. I have not done that yet. I haven't attempted to do that. I feel, I don't know, let me know in the chat or in the comments if you think like during kind of spring break, summer slowdown, the little bit slower times, if you think it would be better to try out paying to promote your show, or if it would be a little bit pointless and just wait for not the slow season. I feel like anything to potentially help the slow season would be good, but I don't really have any facts or metrics behind that to back it up. Just, I don't know, my thought process. I'd buy on Whatnot. Invisible Seller is my name. Invisible Seller! Ooh, okay, okay. I'm going to have to try to remember that. Actually, oh, I don't have a notebook right here to write it down. Shame on me. I'm going to try to remember that. If you go into one of my shows, let me know. Remind me. Invisible Seller. I don't think you've purchased from me before. I think I would remember that name. If you have, I'm so sorry. There's been a lot of buyers transitioned over into sellers. Buyers who aren't even really sellers, like resellers too much on other platforms. They just get a really good recommendation, or they've been on the platform for a while, so they have a lot of followers. Cherish! Hi, Cherish! Hi, my friend. Hello, hello. I don't know if Hanger and Pomona are still on. But I was like, you know what? I have to get my shipping done. I was getting a little bit too distracted. Plus, you know, need content, even though this is not the best content. None of my content is really the best content, so it's it's okay. Cherish, thank you for being here. I'm glad Pomona's selling. I'm glad Pomona's selling. She was kind of ready to give up. She's making some birthday money. Someday maybe. Yeah, I am. I mean, Susan, like, you know, I'm doing great for me. I'm doing well. I'm happy. It's a lot harder than just sitting on my butt and listing and just, you know, photographing items, but it's a lot more fun. I feel like it's easier in ways. I mean, harder as far as time consuming. It's a lot more time consuming, but I love it though. It's like, you know, reselling in general, I really like. That was the job for me. I've hated listing, and I think I've said this from like day one that I've hated listing. I've considered all sorts of avenues, and you know, paying someone isn't really feasible because I also am super cheap. People like to call it frugal. I just call it as it is. I'm super cheap, and I feel like I would still invest a lot of time in my listings and photographing and measuring and prepping and double checking, that after that's all said and done, I just might as well list the items myself. So I do love Whatnot and not really having to list. And if I do list an item, because Whatnot does have a marketplace, if I do list items in the marketplace, I really only have to take one or a couple pictures depending on the item, and just real general on the listing. It's super easy. So it is the best. It is the best. Yeah, Susan, if you follow individuals over on Whatnot, you are a buyer. Cherish is in here. Cherish Simplicity. Her name is spelled almost like that. Just take out the vowels. So you can follow Cherish also. Follow each other. Cherish. Susan is, okay, what was it again? Invisible buyer? Invisible seller. Invisible seller. That's clever. Yes, I really love it. I love it a lot. The Porcelain Princess. Hi. Hello. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Good evening. Good morning. I don't know what, depending on, you know, what country you're from and what part of the country. Thank you. Thank you. This is kind of like my natural hair. I put, well, not the color, obviously, not the color. But I put a little bit of mousse in my hair as it was almost dried. And then once it's like a little crunchy, I just brushed it. So this is kind of how it works out. PJ Witt. Hi, PJ. PJ, where are you from? I feel like I know you, but I can't place you. Yay! I like it. I like it. Thank you for coming in. I like it. I like whew, this is nice. I can manage this chat now. Hopefully y'all all don't leave me at once. No, no obligation for a whole lot of conversation or anything like that. But it's nice to have somebody come in and chat every now and then. Okay. I've got a few items that are pretty big bundles, and those I'm probably gonna have to make shipped boxes and stuff, so I probably won't do that on here, but let's see how many I can get done. Desert Hearts. I had a feeling. I was like, oh my gosh, who is this? Hey, welcome in. It's fun to see crossover names from Whatnot and YouTube. Desert, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I'm doing some shipping. I finished most. I don't have tons of stuff listed on eBay. I basically haven't really listed on Poshmark. But I still make a few consistent sales on eBay. I technically have two different eBay. Well, one's an official store and one's a seller account, I guess you would call it. One of them is strictly trading cards. I do just trading cards on there, so it's nice. I usually get a couple sales. They're not like high dollar, but 4 or 5, sometimes like 10, 12, $13. But then I have my store account, and that one I get, I get a couple sales here and there for not really doing much work. I list, I don't know, maybe 5 items a week, maybe, but all I really do is I change my promoted percentage around, I change my coupon or discount around, I end and sell similar. I was gonna say I just fiddle around with it, and that seems to be enough, at least for now, to keep it alive, but at the bare minimum. So most of this stuff is definitely whatnot shipping. Just waking up here. Wait, where are you? 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Where's 8 a.m.? Australia? The time when you need to pee with your company. Oh my goodness, that struggle is real. Yes, I know. The worst time that I experience that is when it's cold, like in winter, because I'm like extra cozy, and it's very hard because I know I'm gonna get out of bed and like the cold is just gonna hit me hard, and that's like when that's the hardest struggle. That's the hardest struggle for me. I really test out my bladder sometimes, which, not a good thing, but it happens. You're in the UK. Okay. Well, good morning. Thank you for waking up with me this morning. I hope you make it out of bed into the restroom in time. I was just telling Kamala that I watch your YouTube. Asking me if I watched. Oh! Oh, Desert, that's so cute. That's so cute. I know it's hard. It's hard to transition over. I started my reselling community building and networking and all that with YouTube, watching YouTube videos, and then I did Instagram, And I've been pretty consistent on Instagram, but I've taken big breaks on YouTube. And with Whatnot, oh my gosh, I just fell in love with it. So I had to adjust from kind of YouTube live and stuff to Whatnot. And now it's vice versa. Like I had my music ready, I had my camera angled vertically, and I was like ready to go. And so wait a minute, I can't have any music. I need to switch my camera angle, my setup a little bit. Greg, 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 I love you. I love you, Greg. Where have you been all my life? Greg, where have you been? You know, Greg, I was actually thinking about you the other day, and I went to look to see if I still had your number. And then that's as far as it went. I was like, okay, I need to message him. And then just kind of like confirming that I had your number. I was like, I wonder if this is still the same number or not. How are you, Greg? How are you? Yeah, and then sitting on a cold toilet. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Yeah. Before, moving here, I used to have a restroom that had a heater. Now I live in Texas. It's not like it's really a necessity. But when the cold hits, it kind of hits a little bit stronger because we're not really used to it. So the heater made all the difference because like I would jump up, and I would put the heater on for, in the morning, I'd put the heater on and then I would just kind of like dance around holding my pee while I brush my teeth first to let the restroom heat up a little bit. Now, I will say a couple times when it was really cold, a couple years ago, a couple winters ago, when we got freezes and stuff, I would turn the shower on really hot and let it steam up. So that's like my way around it. But I've only done that maybe twice. I don't like the whole concept of wasting too much water. But yeah, it was it was a much needed scenario. Cheers! Look at you being so sweet and caring about my life and my goals. Um, Also giving me a question to give me some stuff to talk about. Thank you. You're so sweet. You're so clever. I don't have any. Okay, so if you guys on Whatnot, I at the beginning of the year and the beginning of every month, I have like an accountability goals check-in, more of like, hey, how's the month been? How's it going? Have I been doing well? Have I been hitting some goals that I kind of set out for myself this year? My progress, stuff like that. And one of them was getting monetized on YouTube, which is really exciting. And then I have a big one of purchasing a new vehicle. My car is it's been paid off for quite a while. It's a 2009, and don't get me wrong, she's a champ. It's a Mitsubishi Lancer, but it's just cosmetically, it's finally starting to bother me a little bit. I don't mind driving a hoopty, right? I really don't. But there's also little things that kind of keep going on, just small things, which I can fix. It is definitely cheaper paying to fix these things versus buying a new car and having a car payment. I hate the fact of having a car payment. And so I want a new vehicle. I wanted to really be able to pay half, at minimum, half cash down for that. And the only way that I think I would do that is, well, as far as right now, I don't know. The year's not over yet. The year's not over. I'm not at the progress that I need to be for that, but I'd have to sell, some crypto and stocks and make, some moves like that, which I don't know if it will be worth it. Now, if my car dies, fine, no problem, totally, I'll do it. But if my car doesn't die on its own, then we'll see. It's going to come down to how well these next few months go for me. Now, the good news, I'm now monetized on YouTube. Woo, woo. So, of course, like I'm going to be a millionaire any day now. And I'll have all of this money coming in pretty soon. Um, I'm being sarcastic. I mean, that it's I'm being sarcastic, but there is, I am going to be making some money off of YouTube, so that's really cool. So that, will help push things a little bit as well. I am making some traction on Whatnot. I'm finally starting to see more bidding war, higher bids, more people in the show, a lot of newer sellers, a lot of higher buying, returning sellers, stuff like that. So that's good. So I'm, realistically, that should only get better as long as I, don't me or whatnot or I doesn't do anything to mess it up. Um, so hopefully we're still on track for the vehicle this year. I will say I'm adding another goal to my, I'm trying to be really quiet when I do this because I feel like the bags and everything would be really loud. Whatnot is so much more iPhone friendly, so much more iPhone friendly. And I did have a goal to get an iPad so that I can have a dual device. One, mainly it's iPad for Whatnot, but also it would be great for YouTube, for live streaming, for this, because I use my phone because it's got the best video quality, it's the best camera quality, so that I don't have to be connected to Wi-Fi. I don't have to have a cable running through my house. You don't have to pay for premium Wi-Fi that still messes up, stuff like that. And now I really think that I also need to invest in a second phone. And it needs to be an iPhone. I feel like Whatnot really, really, really caters to iPhone, and it works a lot better. They get all of the updates quicker, like months in advance sometimes. So I did add that goal to the list. So I'll most likely get the iPhone first, and see if I can maneuver well enough with that and not do the iPad, which would, I mean, at the end of the day, they're kind of the same price. But I function better with phones. The tablet kind of thing, I feel, what's the point? Might as well get like a new laptop or a computer, desktop or something. That's just me, but I can see the screen, the small print and stuff very well, so I don't have trouble seeing small print. So that's where I'm at. I'm hoping April, by the end of April, that I can have that second device, and regardless of what it will be. I have been doing really good on my running. I have been doing really good. I've been doing really good also with just minor workouts, like exercises and stuff at home, as far as, incorporating like ab workout, crunches, squats, leg workouts, different like plank, just kind of different things here on more of a daily basis, just to build that little muscle definition and core and stuff like that. And I'm working on my speed for running. I'm working on my speed. I'm gonna actually start timing myself, which I don't ever do. I just run based on like how I feel. And you can tell after you're doing it for a while, when you're picking up your pace, when you're going faster, how much faster, kind of a thing. But I'm gonna start timing myself because I really want to see like progress reports, since I'm not basing like my get healthy off of like weight loss number. And that's going good. I have fun. I'm not a good runner. I'm not a runner. I like to run. I really enjoy the freedom of just like pushing my body to do a sprint, but I can only sprint so long. I can't sprint for a long time, then my heart feels like it's going to explode. So I'd like to get to the point where I can sprint longer and just like enjoy all of the air, the breeze, the fast moving of the world off to the side of me. Same number. I'm good. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. I'm glad you're alive. Thank you for being here. I'm packing orders. Yes, I am packing orders. I have mostly Whatnot orders left. And then I am waiting for 2 buyers to pay on eBay. So hopefully those pay. I kind of have those items pretty easily ready to go. I need to heat a toilet seat. Thank you. Yeah, I like doing those organization videos too. I like to watch those, like people that do like house cleaning videos and Really, that honestly motivates me to do that kind of video. But I do like the ones that are more long-tailed with music. And I haven't really figured out too much of like the setup, and I'm not necessarily willing to like show my entire house constantly and stuff on video. So the room is the best that I can do right now, but I do enjoy it, so I'm glad you enjoy it as well. Did you pull a slip and fall at Walmart? What? No, why? What did I say about Walmart? What happened? Greg, you're watching too many. You're watching too many of those videos. Oh, yes, yes, I'm a millionaire. Yes. Yes, because I'm monetized on YouTube now. That's why. So I'm a millionaire, clearly. That sounds good. I'm at a hotel still and I asked to use my hotel backpack today. Ooh, nice. Yes. Yes. I've been doing that more, Church. I've been doing that more and I've been winning giveaways less. I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? I love searching the whatnots for all the giveaways. Greg, Gregory, this is why I love you so much. Duh, duh. I didn't even, I really didn't even think about that. Um, yes, yeah, because that's exactly what it's, well, yeah, because it would be for streaming, so I could stream. Yeah, it wouldn't be for phone calls or text message. I wouldn't need any, I would just need, well, Wi-Fi only, so I wouldn't have data, which actually that's fine. That's fine because it would be the secondary device. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea, Greg. Yes. Yes, then that should happen. That should happen this month. No problem. Do any resellers out there have an iPhone that you would like to sell to me for a low price, for a friendship discount? Let me know. Send me a message on Instagram or an email, but I probably won't check my email. Um, thank you so much. Thank you so much, TG. That's very nice. I feel it though. I feel it. You get to like a point where your body's telling you you need to lose a little weight. And it's mostly like I like for my lungs and my heart to be strong. I want my lungs and my heart to be strong. So I like to keep them working out. There's different things that I do, like activities or like, certain times if I'm like cleaning crazy, around the house, or if I'm outside doing yard work where I can feel, all right, you're a little bit out of shape. Other things as well, but this isn't whatnot, so I won't get too naughty. So there's just like little things where I can feel it that, okay, my breathing is maybe getting a little bit heavier, or my heart rate is getting a little bit higher and stuff like that. Cherish, hi, Cherish, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. You probably already took it, but hopefully you got a good one. I trust you. And if you didn't, oh well, whatever. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Daniel Barry. Your logo looks familiar. Daniel, are you on whatnot? Yo, what's up, Daniel? Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. And then the only apps you download on that phone. Yes. Okay, so that's a really good tip. Greg, that's a really, really good tip. Because like I'm saying, the distractions are the distractions, and that's why like I go kind of hermit mode because uh a lot of people like YouTube, YouTube lives because they work with me, you can get work done and stuff better. Or you're not working by yourself. Honestly, that's like one of the biggest things that excited me about reselling was working by myself, not really having to listen to coworkers talk or to get distracted, or like to have to put on like that pretend charm or anything like that. So don't get me wrong, though. I meet people that I really enjoy and though I really want to have a conversation, and I meet friends and stuff. So I get caught up in all of the conversation and all of the talking and excitement and stuff like that. And then I realize, dang it, I'm not as productive. I know my productivity levels, and they're way down when I'm interacting with anybody else. So that would be a really good idea, because that keeps my situation more defined as work time, versus, whatever I want to do time. Ah, you're so sweet. Thank you. Give me a second. I don't have all of my stuff that I have to ship is thrown around everywhere in this room. So I feel like, okay, maybe another another organization video is ready. But I've been gutting. I have been gutting. I had like a quick little yard sale, and then took a bunch of stuff to be donated. And then I threw away a lot of stuff. And then I've sorted some stuff to do like a random whatnot auction with just a bunch of random stuff, probably in like the vintage or the estate sale category, or like garage sale category. And then I'm gonna be pretty rejuvenated as far as like my inventory stock goes, my space goes. I have a lot more space than I thought. And just by like organizing, decluttering, doing a spring cleaning, so to speak, has made me realize that. Yeah, I've liked Whatnot. I've actually liked Whatnot more than I thought. I was looking back because I'm working on some videos, like the video that I'm hopefully putting out tomorrow, but might not actually be until Tuesday. Is the top selling women's clothing brands on Whatnot. And I do have like quite a few like different videos in mind like that, because I haven't really seen a whole lot. And I do look throughout a lot of the different categories. So I feel like stuff that people would want to know is, if they're coming over here from clothing, what brands are people looking for? Because there's a clear distinction in brands over style or quality. Now, of course, style and quality can definitely sell, but it's not going to sell to the majority. And it can still sell for a good amount, but it's going to take longer. It's going to take more time finding that right person. And I mean longer by like growing an audience and things like that, for you to be able to sell that kind of stuff. But if you're trying to come on and you want to know, okay, what brands does Whatnot want? What brands will everybody bid on? I'm excited to put that video out, because hopefully that will be a good educational video, and it's going to be pretty current to right now. So that would be nice. I feel like with everything over time, the brands will change as well. So that might give me like reoccurring content, thinking long term. Look at me trying to be a YouTuber. So yeah, I'm excited about that one. And which I give, it's not really advice, but I guess tips and stuff. And I don't necessarily follow all the tips, but like YouTube, I know what works and I know what you're supposed to do. It's not always what I want to do or what I can do. When you start looking for iPhones, the term to look for is carrier lock. God damn it. I should have got, I didn't even think, hang on a second. Let me get something to write on. There we go. Carrier lock. And then what was it, Susan? Invisible seller. I think I'll remember that now. Sorry if the table's shaking. And now my pen's out. I'm still learning new categories I did not even know existed and whatnot. I have to follow me. Yes, yes, I was in a raid train today in the Pokemon category, and it's one of the first that I've seen in the Pokemon category. Bye, Greg. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, I will talk to you soon. Thank you for not being a stranger. I'm sorry that I suck. Not a good friend. Okay, wait, what is it? Carrier locked. Carrier locked. So I seen a raid train, and this is the first raid train that I've seen in the Pokemon category, and it was with no really big name sellers. And what's kind of funny and interesting is that a lot of the bigger name sellers are starting to see raid trains effect, which I am. That is another video as well, is I'm going to talk about like things that people do on Whatnot to gain traction and promote and stuff like that. Raid trains will be one of them that I explain, but it's gained it's taking an audience away from larger individual sellers. And I have been hearing so many of those sellers kind of complain. And I think one of the reasons why they're complaining a lot is because a lot of the bigger sellers don't get invited to do raid trains. But I mean, that's not what it's for. The raid trains are for smaller sellers to grow quicker, to get some exposure, to gain some traction, versus having to put a lot of time in. But for us sellers who have been selling on Whatnot for a while and did devote a lot of time, I can see how some people get a little bit jealous by it. But I think they're fun, and I think they're great. I think they're a great invention to Whatnot. I'm dozing off. Thanks for the company. Okay. Susan, I hope you made it to the restroom. I'm assuming so. I don't think your bladder would let you doze off otherwise. Thank you so much for stopping in, Susan. I appreciate the conversation. Thank you. Yeah, if anybody has any, whether you're here live now or I don't know if you watch the replay, I don't know how long I'll keep it. Maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. But if you have any suggestions or like interests or questions or anything like that yourself, feel free to let me know what kind of conversations you would like to have regarding Whatnot. I've been on the app for over a year as a seller, but I am still not a professional. I'm still constantly learning, but I watch a lot. I watch a lot of people. I study quite a bit. So I do have quite a bit of like information, but I'm also a little bit of a, I hate saying rebel because I'm not doing it like on purpose just to be rebellious, but I just can't and won't do a lot of the stuff that is required to sell quickly. So some of the things I might give tips on, I don't necessarily do myself. And that's the same with YouTube also. Oh, Susan, that's right. That's right. Good night, Susan. Good night. Yes, Susan. TG was just waking up. You're going to bed. Susan, I hope you don't have potty dreams. Good night, Susan. Oh, Cherish. I've thought about doing that. You know what? Because drama does so well on YouTube. Drama does so well on YouTube, and I think my view count and I think my everything will go up, right? I'm kind of getting to the point. There's so many things on Whatnot that piss me off. There's so many people that piss me off and annoy the shit out of me, you know? And I kind of thought, you know what? I'm going to go on Whatnot and I'm just going to blast it all without listing any names, because you cannot talk bad about other sellers. If there's something that a seller is doing that you don't think is right or that you think is against the rules or whatever, you have to just reach out to Whatnot and report it down that avenue. So you can't blast them on Whatnot anyway. I don't know on YouTube, but I wouldn't risk getting like shut down or blocked or anything like that from Whatnot. But without saying names, I could definitely tell stories. I could definitely tell stories, and most people will understand like who these stories are referencing. Or I could just go on a vent binge. I've been thinking about that, just doing a vent binge. But I don't know that I want just kind of a little bit for fun for me, because sometimes it's fun to just spill the tea without creating drama, right? So I think if I leave out people's names and I leave out a lot of like obvious who it is, that will kind of reduce the drama and people can think what they want. And if any of those people think that I'm talking about them, well, then, you know, that's because they probably are doing what I say that they're doing. And so I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. I think that would be fun to do, maybe like a mini series or something, like maybe a short. I've been trying to figure out maybe how to incorporate a short, like a reel, in YouTube every now and then. So a mini series of a quick what annoyed me today on Whatnot. That's my title that I've been playing with. And then just put out a video like that once a week, just a nice little short. What annoyed me today on Whatnot, and it would be really relevant, right? So it would basically, if somebody was in the same show that I was watching, they'll know who I was talking about. So that kind of tea, which is just kind of funny too, I think. Oh, church! I could just message you. I can message you. I could call you. I'll FaceTime you, or well, we have different devices, but I can Instagram you. Good morning, Lizette. Good morning, girl. Wait, what time is it? No, you're not. Oh, did you wake up for a potty break? Did you wake up for a potty break? Yes, that's true. I'm a Gemini, so I am a rebel. I don't, be a kind human. Hi, hello. How are you? Good evening, friend. Good evening. I like all these late night like Whatnot friends stopping into the YouTube side. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You can really go down a rabbit hole and Whatnot. That's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm doing. Studying different sellers to find my own style and path, because I do want, yes, that's really good. That's really good to do that before selling. Figuring out what you enjoy the most. And that's like one of the best tips too, that I've realized. A lot of sellers, they ask like, well, what time, how many items, how many seconds, should I run the auction, should I do new tags, pre-owned? They ask all these questions, and I feel like, well, the answer is just, well, what do you enjoy watching from others? Do you enjoy seeing new tag items? Do you enjoy seeing vintage items? Do you prefer buying secondhand, pre-owned? Do you prefer 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds? Do you prefer sudden death or not sudden death? So as we're all buyers. Every single seller on this app is a buyer. And so that's one of the things that you can see what you really enjoy from other shows, regardless of the category. You can see what they do. Do they play a game? Do they add a bounty? Do they add like, gift with purchase? Do they do giveaways? Like whatever it is that draws you to their show and makes you want to stay, especially if you hang out and you stay longer than like 10, 15 minutes. Why are you staying there longer than 10, 15 minutes? And you've got to realize, well, it's because they're entertaining, because it's funny, because they're telling the tea, because they're running items super fast, because they have a lot of great brands, whatever it might be. Then maybe you should sell that way as well, but just mix a bunch of stuff that you like. Is that I might be doing it once every week, but it'll just be in a shorts format. Really, really quick. I think that would be a fun way to keep my channel entertaining, because I know I'm not going to be your best editor. I'm not going to be somebody who puts a lot of time into editing. Not now anyway. I'm just talking about kind of current terms. So I think that would be a really good, quick, easy way for me to keep my channel entertaining, keep myself entertained, having fun, and keep sharing the whatnot information, because YouTube is loving the whatnot videos for my algorithm, and it's okay. I'm really enjoying whatnot. I originally did not want my channel to be turned into a what do I I forgot I could do that, or you can do that. Lizette, thank you. I forgot. I got confused for a second. I thought I was on whatnot and somebody made the purchase. I was like, wait a minute, $10. What did they purchase from the buy it now? Oh, Lizette, thank you. Okay, wait. I can show it, right? Can I put that on the screen? Yes! I did it. I've never done this before. You're my first. Girl, you popped my cherry. Thank you. I completely forgot about that. And oh, I love it. You're so sweet. Thank you. Woo, woo. I really like it. Yes. You know what? I'm gonna go get a coffee first thing tomorrow, or first thing after I leave the post office. Because you guys, anybody who's in here, who I don't know who's got a controller. Does anybody in here have a controller? I don't know. It's been a while. Let me see if I can go. Moderation activity is now hidden. Wait, what does that mean? Moderation activity. This includes messages that are held for review, removed. Oh, show activity? I don't know. I'm just going to hit got it. I don't know what that means. Lizette, if you can please be so kind, let me see if I can. Yes. Blah, blah, blah. Add as standard moderator or managing moderator? What's the difference? Add as managing moderator, add as standard moderator. Can you drop links? I'm gonna do standard. I don't know what they are. I feel like standard is safe. I'm going to be, I think it's on the Nashville Flippers channel. They're doing their Monday drafts. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on the Nashville Flippers channel doing Monday night draft. And it is animals. I'm so freaking excited. If y'all can catch that live, that would be amazing. But if y'all just want to vote for me, that would be amazing also. Not really. Vote for who you really think, but it's going to be fun. We're going to pick the top 5 animals. So it's going to be a list of whose draft you like the most of animals. And I love animals, so I'm so freaking excited. So yeah, it's the Nashville Flippers. And it's at 8:30 Central Standard Time, I believe. And I think, it's going to be Jimmy and Paul. I think it's going to be Jimmy. Yes. So, yeah. I don't know how. Can I drop a link? I don't know. That's going to be too much work. It's not on Whatnot. It's on YouTube. It's here on YouTube. It's not going to be on my channel, though. It's going to be on the Nashville Flippers. I don't want to leave and go. Well, maybe I can figure out. Hold on. Let me drop their link. If you type in Nashville Flippers, but that's a lot. I don't even do that to click on people's link. Let me see. Let me search for them real quick. And I don't know if he has the link for the show out yet. The Nashville Flippers. I don't know if he has the show up yet, scheduled. I don't see it, but let me drop his. I think this will work. I should be able to drop links, right, in the chat? Okay. Let's try. Because I don't think he has the video scheduled yet. Thank you. Thank you, Lizette. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate it. There they are. There they are. Thank you so much. Hang on, let me switch back over here. How do I let me hide. Okay, and I think I skipped a bunch of messages too. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me scroll up real quick. Cherish was a winner today, yesterday. Wait, Cherish, what did you win? What did you win, Cherish? Yeah, you can. Oh, Cherish. No, I won't give any details. But yes, I'll tell you privately. But I do want to do just like what annoyed me today on Whatnot or something like that, or one thing that annoys me on Whatnot. I keep secrets for a living. It's safe with me. I love that. That's ooh, that makes you sound intriguing. I'm very intrigued. No, see, we need to talk because I was wondering if anyone else is thinking what I'm thinking. Oh, I know, probably. Probably I think we're probably not alone. I mean, I think it'd be content. It's just sometimes people don't want to associate with the people who talk about drama on here, but it's a yeah, yeah. I think that I'm trying to find a balance. I don't want to be drama. I don't want to have like a drama, but I want to have a it's like spilling the tea, but like without all of the tea. You know what I mean? Like no names, no anything, just kind of uh just a vent session. I think that's what I'm gonna call it, maybe like a vent session versus like a drama session. I think vent session would be good because sometimes I just want to. There's stupid people in this world. There's a lot of stupid people, and sometimes they just annoy the heck out of me. And if I can save one person from being, one of those stupid people or transitioning over into the not so stupid category, then that would be great. And if I can maybe make somebody laugh, then that would be great too, because it would bring me enjoyment. But yes, I don't want to be a drama channel. Not at all. I don't want to be drama. But I'm also not one of those, let's be positive. Oh, so positive. The world is just love and peace and positivity. I strive for positivity. I am naturally a optimistic person. But I'm not overly mushy all the time. I hate paying shipping on donations and tips. Yes. Yes. Yes, I hate that as well. I hope. See, the trick is with Whatnot removing a shipping fee for tips. They do not like the buy me a coffee, the tips and stuff in general. They don't really um, promote doing that. They don't really enjoy that aspect. But there's nothing that they can really do as long as you're shipping the buyer something and specifying like, what the buyer is actually purchasing. So they're not overly in a hurry to put free shipping for that. Another thing is I can definitely see the shipping being abused 100%. People are going to label stuff buy me a coffee and have like free shipping, but they're still going to have to like verify sending something. So I'm not really sure if they can do like a free shipping thing, but I feel like there should just be an implemented tip because they were going to do that. They were going to do that for a while, just implement a tip feature, and then they kind of stopped. So I'm not really sure, but I hope that they go back to the actual tip feature and money just kind of goes directly into your account there, after fees or whatever. There's no shipping, there's no like processing or anything like that. So we'll see. I feel like it's very doable. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, anybody who wants to come check that out, it should be a lot of fun, or if you just, want to check the replay. But I'll be live with them at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Thank you. Look at that. On Instagram, reach out to me. Wow, you're so awesome. Man, I've been on here almost an hour. That's awesome. Well, I mean, like that time, time flies. So, what not snot? That's a, that's a good one. That's a, that's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know. I might use that. I might use that. I know, be a kind human. You're in here, and I'm like, people suck. They're stupid. Much love, much love. It's just a fact. Not everybody is kind and smart. I'm the overly mushy, positive person, but I have my yes. Well, I mean, I think it's great to display positivity because I think that works on like keeping yourself positive, keeping yourself happy. That's fine. That's completely fine. But there's just moments where I'm like, it's that's not gonna work for me. That is not gonna work for me. That should be a shirt. What not's not? Yes, that should definitely be some merchandise. You need to create that. I sometimes get cranky. My name is a yes. See, and I think that's good because we're not all just 100% positive and happy going and all the time, right? I think we strive to be. I think we strive to be like that, but without becoming naive or weak and being taken advantage of. So I feel like it's important to always strive for that. But oh yeah, I forgot this one purchased. It's okay. It's okay to have moments. It's okay to have your moments of truth. It's okay to have your moments of truth, even if the truth is not positive. To me, truth, like facts are not a positive or negative thing. Facts are facts, So somebody lied on whatnot. Somebody cheated on whatnot. Somebody abused whatnot policies. Somebody, those things are just like facts. Like this happens. People have done this. Specific people have done this. So calling that out or talking about it doesn't mean that it's drama, doesn't mean that it's negative. There's no emotion behind facts. But human beings, we love to create emotion with everything. Doctor says you're overweight. The doctor called me fat. You start crying and stuff. No, it's just a fact. Like if you're overweight, hey, you could have some issues down the road. That's why maybe you're having some pain, whatever. Like there's just certain things that there should not be any emotion behind whatsoever. It's just, that's like how things are. Where did I put this other sweater? I just had, oh man, I think I messed up. Okay, so one thing that happens on Whatnot are reruns. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, one thing that I forgot about that. Okay, so I got confused. People have been doing reruns on Whatnot, which means basically they're purchasing just to Whatnot would not be happy with me if I did that shirt by you design for Amazon. Hey, there you go. Put it on Amazon. Put that shit on eBay. I know a lot of eBay sellers in this community who would love to purchase that shirt. A lot of them. I know a lot. So you'd probably be better off selling it not on Whatnot. Okay, yeah. So this item, somebody purchased from me. It was an item that was getting a lot of bids on. This was the Sweaty Betty. I completely forgot. And they said rerun it. Basically, what that means is that they're just donating to your cause. They're just supporting the show. They're just creating some excitement and some fun. So they're giving you extra money for the item because then you rerun the same exact item. And somebody else still buys it, usually for like 1 or 2 bids less than what it went for. So you're getting almost twice the amount of money for the item. It's a really fun way to support. It's just a really cool like boost for the show. It's a lot of excitement and stuff. But if you forget to like notate, like the item or something like that. So with me, I didn't notate it because it was just one rerun in that show. So I was like, oh no, I'll remember. But when I went to ship somebody else's item, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I got to include that shirt. Okay. So earlier at the beginning, if you're watching the replay on this, I was talking about that Sweaty Betty jacket. That Sweaty Betty jacket sold for $21, but the person that it sold to, they said rerun the item. So I reran it for $1, sudden death, and it sold for $19. So technically I made $40 on this Sweaty Betty jacket, which was the price I had it listed for on Poshmark, which I was expecting to sell for about $30 to $35. So this was one good example where on Whatnot I got a higher sell price for an item than I would have on eBay or on Poshmark. That doesn't happen all the time. These are a few little gems sprinkled throughout shows, but it is possible. It is possible to sell your items on Whatnot for more than they would go on Poshmark, eBay. When I become a seller, I'm going to have to bite my tongue. Yeah, sometimes you have to. Oh man, I mean, sometimes go for it. But once you put yourself in that seller mentality, like on Whatnot, I would never say anything because that's my business, right? That's my job, my professionalism and stuff at stake. So it's hard sometimes. It's really hard because people say something and I want to correct it. I want to speak up against it. But at the end of the day, that would be creating drama. And I do not want or need drama in my Whatnot life. So, yeah, you definitely have to bite your tongue on some things. Correct. See, and I don't say anything on Whatnot that I would say directly to a person. If I was face to face with that person, we were having a conversation, I'm like, okay, I would talk to them about it. But I feel like the people who do the opposite are the people looking for drama. They're looking for attention, and I'm not looking for drama or attention. Not in that way. Not from people who just want to like see some sort of cat fight or something. Okay, let me get this one. Is for this. This is for this. Okay, perfect. We're situated now. Saved it. Saved it. So yeah, because if I'm in person, if I'm with you in person and you say something and I'm like, no, you're wrong, or that's not right, or I don't agree, or what about this time, whatever, then I would have I can have an adult conversation. I can have a debate with somebody, a professional debate. It's other people who usually get very emotional and they either start playing the victim, real quick. They start because they're trapped in a corner, so they don't know how to get out of it. So they go to acting like they're being attacked, or they get really mean and ugly. So it's usually one of the two things. People either get very mean and ugly, or they put on the tearjerker. Will Smith, he was mean to me. He insulted me and my wife. Now I'm going to sue the guy. Moment. So it's in person. It's kind of fun for me because I always wonder, okay, which one are you going to be? Are you going to be the one that gets really ugly and aggressive and makes yourself look foolish? Or are you going to be the one that tries to get people on your side by throwing out tears and pretending to be a victim? And people go instantly to, oh, now you're bullying me. I'm like, no, I'm not bullying. Oh, you're being negative. No, I'm not being negative. I'm just having a grown-up conversation that people don't know how to have anymore. So oh my gosh, girl, you looked me up on TikTok. You are probably my first follower. I don't even have TikTok on my phone. Like I don't even have the app downloaded. I got on TikTok, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago to watch some, are they called TikTok's reels, videos, watch some reels. And then I just got like so confused and lost that I just deleted the whole app and I left. So I never like promoted it. I never said anything about it. I was like, I'm not going to do anything with TikTok. And I just deleted the app. Oh, that's funny. Hey, thanks for following me on TikTok. Um, In my whatnot packages, I will say as of date, I have never knowingly, nor has whatnot reached out or a buyer reached out, messed up any orders. I have shipped an item out before that did break in transition. I've shipped out a couple of items that turned out to have some form of flaw or another. I've shipped out some items that got lost in transit and never got delivered. But yeah, so far I have been good. I've had a couple of oops moments like this, but I've caught before finalizing. You know, one time I took a package to the post office that was unsealed. So it was still open. It was a poly mailer and it had the stuff inside and it had the label inside. But I didn't seal it because I needed to put a gift card in there that I was picking up on the way to the post office. And I stopped, I picked up the gift card, I put the gift card in my purse. I got to the post office. I was supposed to finalize that package. I went in and I left all the packages, including that one that was not sealed. I didn't put the gift card in it. I just forgot. I got back in my car. I started driving and then it clicked like, oh my God, I forgot to put the gift card and seal that package. So I went back around. It probably was like, I don't know, 7 minutes from the time I dropped it off. Fortunately, they had come and were scanning and they just left it right there off to the side, like in their little cubby area. So I was able to grab it, put the gift card in there, put the label on and seal it up. So that definitely would have been a lost order, like just lost in the USPS space. But no, so far I have not mistaken. I have not switched orders. I have not forgotten anything. It's a common thing you want to say. It would be funny to have a sound effect but each time it happens, like a rude person, rubber chicken screams. That speaks for itself. It's so funny you say that. I spent probably 20 minutes on Amazon yesterday looking up sound effects. I was looking up different types of sound effects and trying to find something for, okay, so for whatnot, you know, people have bells, they have horns, they have their families there with them, so they clap for a sell. They have dings, they have like all sorts of like different fun sound effects. Not everybody, but some. And there is the new seller feature, like where it pops up saying first time buyer, not new seller, but first time buyer. And so I want to do something for that, but I kind of wanted, I don't know, like just funky, groovy, fun, not necessarily like silly, but I couldn't really find anything. But I came across so many other different noises that I'm like, you know what, this would be really good for like just silly moments or people who say silly things or for trolls or whatever that come in. Yeah, that would be fun. I think the sound effects is a really good idea. They do well on YouTube Live, so. Me too, narcissist. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I sold it. I sold my eggplant hat. That's so, oh my gosh. I was just telling Hanger and Pomona there. I don't know if they're still live or not, but I was just telling them that I miss my eggplant hat. I sold it in a charity auction, charity event that was going on. It was just a perfect item for one of the for the seller who the charity was for. And I was like, you know what? It's going to a great cause. And it was like a fun item, a unique item that I, you know, was hoping would help to get the bids higher. So I did sell it. I sold that and a shirt that was of a woman shaving a cat. So it was a provocative shirt as well. So I sold the combination of that with like some pickles and some meat. Like I had a big old summer sausage. A big old thing of meat, and it went for $96. So it sold that bundle sold for $96. So it was a nice like fundraiser donation. But I miss my eggplant hat so bad. I really do miss it. Yes, I did, Lizette. Yes, I did. It was freaking hilarious. And now, yeah, I seen that Will Smith is supposedly trying to or wants to sue him or something like that for defamation. It's so stupid. So stupid. Yeah, don't drop that link. Okay, you drop that link. You guys go follow me on TikTok. Maybe one day, if I start, you know what? That's okay. Drop the link. If y'all want to follow me on TikTok, follow me. Because if I start doing shorts, if I start doing a short series for YouTube, that would be so easy to just convert it over to TikTok, right? I'm assuming. I really don't know much about TikTok, but I feel like any shorts video would be easy to put on all platforms. Um, I no, thank you. Thank you. That's definitely not pressure. That's um motivation, absolute motivation. There is such a family dynamic experience. It's hard not to develop emotional connections, and I feel bad when the show is not going well. And I don't want to pity buy. Yeah, yeah. It is hard. It is hard. I get that. I get that. Even like with some of my closest friends and or some of the best like charities or not necessarily charities, but some of the best like shows, fundraiser shows, whatever. It's really really hard not to buy if things are going for low, if they're not going, for what you would expect them to, if you see that they're being undervalued, or if the seller's just not selling anything, and you're just like, man, they've been on for an hour and they haven't sold anything. But I think it's important not to pity buy. Like, there's a difference if you're just wanting to show some support and you're like, hey, I haven't really supported this seller yet. I'm here for you. I really enjoy what you're doing. You're putting on a great show. Oh my gosh, you have great prices. I'm surprised nobody's in here buying. And you want to show support, that's awesome. But if the seller's showing items that aren't that great, if their lighting's not that good, if their video quality is poor, if their prices are too high, if the seller is just kind of boring or just depressing or angry, mean, whatever, like if there's situations where you're not encouraged to buy for any reason, I feel like it's important to not pity buy, not pity bid, because that just lets us know like we're doing something wrong, or we need to try something different, switch the day, switch the time, switch the attitude, the lighting, the items, whatever it might be. So I think it's good. I think it's good not to pity buy. I definitely don't ever want anybody to feel bad for me, because I'm like, hey, if I run this item at $1 and I'm like, all right, yeah, it's for sure going to sell, and nobody wants it, I'm like, okay, man, if nobody wants this item for $1, then this is a bad item. Or like if I, bring a really nice brand, I'm like, oh man, this item, like I would list on eBay, for $50. Let me start it for $5, and it only sells for $5. I know, okay, this brand is maybe not the best for whatnot, so let me just stick to listing this brand on eBay. So it kind of just gives you realistic information. So I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing for the buyer and the seller to not pity buy, because also then you don't want buyer's remorse. And at me as a seller, I don't want anybody to have buyer's remorse. I really don't want them to get something in and say, I really didn't want this. I just felt bad for the buyer. Now, if you buy something and you're like, oh yeah, I don't even know what I got, but the show was so much fun, I was having a good time. The momentum just like grabbed a hold of me and I just felt inclined to make this purchase, then that's different, because it's okay to purchase for your entertainment value. That's what Whatnot, it's 50-50. It's about entertainment and it's about product, so I feel like if you're purchasing for entertainment value because you appreciate the entertainment that you're getting, the knowledge that you're getting, the laughs that you're getting, whatever it might be, then and that's why a lot of people have like the supports in their buy it now, because if you're like, well, I don't really want to buy an item because these items aren't for me, or I don't need anything, I don't want anything, but you're willing to like shoot the seller a tip, then that works out good too. Okay, let's see, let me do one more at least. A floral maxi dress, and this one's a funny shirt. Let me show y'all this shirt that sold. This is Lizette, look away, you probably you're probably like, no, don't show this shirt. It's funny, you like it. I saw you on a fundraiser and you were perfect, but I was thinking you'd miss it for sure. Oh yeah, I did, but I really liked the seller who was there. So I mean, I do miss it, but I don't regret it. So but it was fun. It was definitely a fun show, and she really appreciated it and stuff. So Jen, honestly, use some of the shorts or reels you've already done. Oh, really? Would that wouldn't be like old news or like old, too lame? Look at this shirt. Isn't it so cute? I purchased this from a friend. It was just like the perfect timing. I purchased this from Lady Luck Junk. Danica, well, for technically from her son, was doing a whatnot auction, and I purchased a lot of fun graphic tees. And the moment was right on this one that I was like, you know what? I have so many graphic tees, and I recycle them. I like to wear them once or twice. Unless it's a graphic tee that I love, like the way that it fits, the style, everything, the material, then I might keep it for a while. But I like to recycle through, so I put that one up on Whatnot, and that one did sell for $10. $10, which is very nice for a start. There's no tag on there, there's no brand, there's no size. It's just a fun sloth on an upside down check mark saying just do it later. Just do it later. That's a motto I can sometimes get behind. Definitely one I could sometimes get behind. The problem without your show or merchandise space, bids or no bids, is that you are limited to who. Yes, yes. And you also made me think of the Friends theme song. They might be broke that day, week, month, or even the year. Um, yeah, that's true. That is true, which is why I say, like, it might just not be the right day or the right time. So try something different. So not necessarily that you're doing something wrong or you don't have the right stuff, but if you're not making sales, there's a reason why. So that's what I feel is that not necessarily with the price of your items, not necessarily with the quality of your items, but there's a reason why you're not making sales. Is it because you're still growing? And if you're still growing, did you not promote enough? Did you show up late? Is there an event going on that maybe was just bad timing? Did you not have photos in your store or buy it now? So there's something, or was it just bad, unfortunate luck? Sometimes it could just be bad, unfortunate luck. So it's like, okay, well, I can do these same items and I'll run it again and I'll run it maybe on this day instead at this time and see what happens. Because yeah, you can run the same items. Sometimes I show the same items 3 or 4 times and they eventually sell for the most part. And what else sold with this one? Oh yeah, the giveaway. And that's okay because yeah, the right person just might not be in the room at that time. The only way to kind of ensure that everything's going to sell that same day is if you do $1 starts and they're all great items. They're all great items. But then yeah, you get a sold out show maybe, but you lose a lot of money. So it's kind of, up to you. But I feel like there's a big difference too between resellers and casual sellers, because not everybody is necessarily a reseller. They sell on Whatnot because they buy too much on Whatnot, so then they start to sell, but that's not their thing. They've never really resold on other platforms, maybe just a little bit casually here and there, or they're part-time, they're casual part-time. So I feel like it is very hard to associate or compare, I guess, your casual seller, your part-time seller, and your full-time seller. Also, your full-time seller versus your official business seller, because there are official legitimate businesses that have like the LLCs, the corporations, they have their licensing, everything, and they're like on here as an actual business, not just a self-employed entrepreneur kind of show. I sell a lot of Pokemon cards in my women's auctions, my women's clothing auctions. Isn't it adorable? Isn't it adorable? I love it. The little sloth upside down. I was happy with that price. I think I bought it from $5 or less. I think he was starting most of this stuff at $3. So I don't know if I got it for the $3 or if I did like an extra bid. But yeah, so I got my use out of it. I got to wear it a little bit, and I sold it for twice the amount. So even after fees and everything, minus what I paid for it, I'm still technically profiting, which is really cool. I like to buy stuff that I can wear and also make a profit on later on. That's always the best of both worlds. What did I just do with my box? What time is it? How long have I been? An hour and 20 minutes. I think maybe I can do one more after this. Oh, I gotta go grab a deck of cards real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, made it. All right. What time is it? 3:30. I feel like I'm making really good time. Does anybody have any plans this week? Anything exciting or fun or interesting? It was my dad's birthday, technically yesterday. So we had a nice barbecue with the family, had the family over. It was a good time. We always eat really well. We always eat really well. And so I ate very good. I did not do any type of workout yesterday. But I will make up for it today. I'm hoping. So this will be my plan, right? I finished all my shipping. Like before the sun comes up, and I can go for a morning jog because it's gonna be nice and cool. So I'll go for a morning jog right here, just right out my house, right around my neighborhood. And then I can come back in, grab my packages, and head to Starbucks because Sweet Lizette there treated me to a coffee. And I can go get me a coffee, and then the post office should be open. I'll stop there at the post office, drop off my packages, come home, shower, and then I'll go to bed. So actually, I might do some sourcing. No, I think I'm okay on sourcing. I might do some sourcing. Depends on how much energy I have, and then come home and go to bed. If I stay up too long, if I do too much sourcing or too much errands after that, I'll kind of re-wake myself up. But I think the whole quick sourcing, maybe quick, maybe I can tell myself 30 minutes so that I'll stay for an hour tops and get a couple items and then call it a night. Because I do have to be fresh for the animal draft. I'm so excited. I love talking about animals. Animals make me very happy. That's a great point, Cher. That's a great point. Maybe I'll save the coffee for when I wake up from bed. You're right. Good night, my sweet friend, New England Betty Boot. Lizette, sleep sweet. Sleep sweet. Good night. Yeah, I'm cool. Hey, whenever, I'm not in any rush. I just figure whenever you send me your address is when, you're ready to send the box out. So I'm not in any rush. You do your thing. You do your thing. I can just kind of keep looking for little items here and there and switch stuff out or add stuff or whatever. So you keep it up. Cherish, are you getting ready for bed at all? Are you tired? Are Hanger and Pomona still on? I know Hanger was getting sleepy. Sorry, guys, I'm using tape. I know Hanger was getting sleepy. I don't know how much longer she was going to last. But Pomona was getting a couple raids. Yeah. No, they're off. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to do... I'll do one more. I'll do one more because the other ones that I have, they're big bundles, and I'm gonna like shake the table, and that's the tripod's on the table, and it's gonna go like all crazy. Yeah, I'll do one more. Oh, I did want to finish editing my video. There's just like not enough time. I think instead of the sourcing, because I don't have to source, I was just gonna, gotta constantly be looking for fresh stuff, but I technically don't have to source. My mom did go to yard sales this weekend, and she did some sourcing for me. So that was really nice. She got a lot of men's stuff. She got some jerseys and things like that. So I might try to finish my video and edit that so I can have that go up. If nothing else, at least scheduled for tomorrow, so it's already done. And then maybe after YouTube, I'll do like a pop-up men's whatnot show, or like a, shop the fresh finds kind of a show. All right, we're making some progress. Just first, like that one. Okay, this one will be nice and easy. Okay, so this one is another little bundle. It's a cute little bundle. And I wanted the giveaway. Yes. Doesn't this go really good with my background? This is a hoodie. This is a kid's hoodie. I think it sold for $5. $5. My sister's birthday was Friday. We're going to have crawfish and see the new Jane Fonda Lily Tomlin movie. Moving. Oh, wait. Were you in the chat when Pomona was talking about crawfish? Okay, let me without the poop dog. Yeah, maybe did you bring it up and Pomona was talking about it? I had the volume very low, but I heard her talking about going to eat crawfish. Was she just reading your comment? I don't know. I did comment about it because I heard something about crawfish, or about does people like crawfish, and I talked about the head juice. I won't say more than that. I'll stay conservative for YouTube purposes. But yes, I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of crawfish, and I did have them. I did try them for the very first time in Louisiana, and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna like them, I'm gonna like them here. Technically, they weren't bad, but every now and then I got some of that. I got some of that juice, and that juice ruined the whole thing. And it's such a tiny little, just a small meat. I'm all for love to all meat sizes, but this one was just like the tiniest little piece that you can hardly even get much taste out of it, and you don't even have to chew it. You just kind of swallow it, and it wasn't the most fun for me. It wasn't the most fun for me. I'm not going to talk about crawfish anymore. Oh, I'm not going to talk about crawfish anymore. I think I just make crawfish way more provocative than it should be. Oh my goodness. Oh, did you? Okay, I haven't looked. It's weird. Like you don't have to say it though, but on Instagram, sometimes like I have to refresh my messages versus like if I just go in there, like some messages appear, but if I refresh it, then I have like all of these missed messages that I didn't see before. It's so weird. And then some messages, like in group messages mostly, they disappear until somebody else messages again. If I refresh, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with that. It's very weird. But it just kind of started happening all of a sudden. You missed that part, okay? It might have gotten muted. Honestly, it might have, because I talked, I talked about sucking that part. So I think it might have gotten muted. So maybe only anybody with the controller, with the moderation controller saw it. But I think Hanger might have read it to Pomona at that time. No, Pomona was on by herself. Pomona was on by herself, I think. I don't remember. But yes, that was a good time. That was a good time. This is a little, I did this as a giveaway, but this was a cute little necklace. Oh, here we go. Cute little necklace that I bought from Hanger. Okay, now my phone doesn't want to focus. All of this focusing and not focusing, but here it is. This is one brand. This is one brand that's not popular for purchase, but people love to do these as giveaways. So that's one brand, like a mention on my list. Not necessarily for sell wise, but for giveaways, people really like them. Dang it. Filled this up and I forgot to put this in here. Okay, thank you, Lizette. Thank you so much. Get some sleep, girl. I'll check it. You let me know when you send your box out. Just it can go out at the same time or whatever. So there's no pressure. There's no pressure. We can send them, around the same time or something. Okay. Luis Moniz. Good morning. Moniz? Is it Moniz? I wanted to say Munoz. I don't know, just out of habit. Good morning. Oh, I'm actually just using, I started using these mostly for Whatnot. These are from my local grocery store, HEB. If you live in Texas, that's like the main grocery store. But they're 75. It's 75 bags, and this is $3. So these are just like bread bags. They do come with the little twisties. I don't use them. I just cover it with the label. Like I just tape it down with the label. Or in this case, I had to reopen the bag, so I just put a little thank you sticker on there. Or sometimes like I'll use tape or whatever to hold the bag down. But yeah, this comes with 75, and they're just the bread bags, basically. So they're just bread bags. But I found that, because people bundle so much and stuff goes for so little, and there's just so many items that I'm sending out, this is the most economical way for me to still ship stuff in a bag, versus like I kind of was considering not bagging everything, because most of the time I use poly mailers and it does give protection, but I've always felt like protecting from smells while it's being shipped, while things are going into transit. I do like then the bags have a little bit nicer presentation. You bundle everything up together. I feel like this is a nicer presentation. So I compromised and decided to do those bread tie bags instead of more expensive poly mailers. Ah, thank you. I couldn't see, like I see it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I think this video, I'll leave it. I feel like this has been a nice little chatty video that I wasn't sure how much chatting I would do. I should have known better. I can't shut up most of the time. But I was really wanting to focus on actually getting some shipping done, most of the shipping, which I did. I feel like I did a decent job at shipping and conversing, maybe that sounds better. Conversating. having a conversation with you all. I also go under the name. Oh my gosh, Jaluna! Jaluna, you are one of the reasons why I pushed to put out a video. I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about it. I mean, a couple people ask and stuff like that, but I remember like I didn't really know you. You know what I mean? Like we don't really have like a relationship, and it has stuck with me that I'm like, oh my goodness, this Jaluna comes in here and is like, oh, I like Pokemon. Hey, when are you gonna put out another video? And I'm like, ah! It made me feel very special, Jaluna. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello. Yeah. I still do order I do order poly mailers, and I also use like I have different sizes of these. These I just buy at my local grocery store, so I have on hand for whatnot. But I do order like nicer poly mailers for when I'm shipping, you know, $50, $60, $70 items. But I have these, and I use these for sometimes like I'll do candy bags, or for my Pokemon card lots, I put them in an envelope and then I put them in these bags. I have a few different sizes of all of these style bags, but again, these are just the off-brand, the least expensive, not the freezer stuff, from my local grocery store, and that's what I've been using for my whatnot packages. Yeah, and it works. It works pretty good. And then these I have like just these little manila envelopes. These I'll put like for if people are buying supports. I have, well, my support is usually buy my dogs a treat. That's usually my support. And I send a thank you note. Sometimes I'll put stickers in. So I just put them in these so I don't have to waste a poly mailer. These are a lot cheaper, and I just put them in there and I tape this down. Just put a little piece of tape just to secure it. Sometimes I even put the shipping label right here to secure it so I don't have to waste the time or the tape for it. And then I ship out the thank yous in these, which I had a couple here because I thought I had a few, but I think they're with other purchases. Oh, I think I got to send out a Starbucks gift card too that I have to pick up. Yeah, I think that's, can I do one more? Let me see. So I didn't get done, I guess, as many as I thought, but I have a lot for items that are right here that are really buried, but all of these are bundles of like 5 items or more. So that will take me a little bit more time and a little bit more space. I think that's it. Let me see. Let me see the chat. Luis Muniz, Jaluna. Another thing I've learned also, I have to do not buy again list people sending out stinky, dirty clothes. You would probably be surprised who they are. Yeah, you know, that's rough. That's rough. There's a couple people. There's one person. There's 2 people that I really support and I really enjoy, and they're so sweet. And they're nice. They're cool. Like one of them's really, really cool and stuff. They're a lot of fun. Another one's super sweet, super kind. And I myself or a family member has experienced, you know, personal situations where we've gotten their items multiple times, and they smell, you know, they just, once I can excuse one time. If I get a shipment in and they're not bagged and the items kind of smell weird, they smell a little funky, they smell like smoke, I can excuse it one time. If I like the seller, if the items still were good items, if they were as described, if I got a good price, and I will buy from them again. I will test the waters again, because there are situations where, you know, the USPS, I don't know what's going on with my hair. The USPS workers will smoke in their truck, or they'll eat, you know, in their truck, or like, you know, there's just certain smells that the packages might travel through, and it can pick up some smell, and that's understandable. But if it happens a second time, it's not anybody else's fault but the seller's fault. And that's hard. That's a hard situation. If I knew them, if I had a decent relationship with the seller, I would let them know. I would let them know, like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, this is twice now that I've purchased some of your stuff and it's got like a weird smell to it, or it smells like smoke, or do you smoke in the house, or it smells like dog, or it just smells like weed, whatever it smells like. I personally, I would let them know. I wouldn't leave bad feedback or anything like that. Because once you live in certain scent, you don't really smell that anymore. It is disappointing though. It's definitely disappointing. I've also received packages from people who um put a dryer sheet in the order, which I thought was a really good touch. I thought that was a really nice touch because that kind of like ensures freshness. Some people are sensitive to smells in general, so but there's no pleasing everybody. I think that if you have the best thought in mind though, then that's okay. If something smells a little overly too good, like if it's a little bit too strong, that's better than it stinking and smelling really weird. So I feel like somebody who maybe does smoke in their household, regardless of what they smoke, or if maybe they just have a little bit like dirtier smelling home. I hate to say like dirty home, but just like dirtier smelling home, then they can, at least kind of combat that by putting in like a dryer sheet or some sort of like scented item. But it would have to be cheap enough that they could do that for every order. Otherwise, there's really no way around that. You just can't buy from them anymore. And that's what I'm not. I won't buy from those people anymore because I know that most of the time you just can't change that. And most of the time that I buy, I plan on also reselling the stuff. So if it's like I'm going to wear it and I can't get the smell out, I don't want to wear it. And I'm also not going to resell it because then that's going to reflect bad on me. So it becomes just a waste of money. Really? Oh my gosh. Louis, that's awesome. That's so freaking cool. Are you selling on Whatnot? Cause I don't know if I'm following you, or are you just a buyer? Hey, that's really cool to hear. Like I've had a few people use my link, for the credits and stuff like that. But it's really cool to hear that a seller, myself being a seller, has brought, at least one person onto the platform, outside of my direct family, right? It's nice, like when somebody is like, hey, let me go check out Whatnot, and they sign up and, buy and stuff. So thanks for telling me. Yeah, that's really cool. Wait, me too. I'm shocked of some of the things I received. Oh, I know. It is disappointing. It is disappointing. Ooh, ooh, that's hard. That's hard because if it's body funk, then man, I don't know. Then the person probably just didn't wash the item. Um, Oh, I don't know. See, and that's a big like topic discussion that a lot of people, not just on Whatnot, but just resellers in general, like always have. Do you wash the items? Do you not? Where if you thrift the items or wherever, if you buy something new with tags, do you wash it? Do you steam it? Do you not do anything? Do you dry clean? What do you do? La Villa Fashion, Tino, what's up, Tino? Kristen, I don't know if it's both of you are here. Y'all are up freaking late. It must be Tino. Tino, did you get up for a potty break? Did you get up for a potty break? Or are you still doing your shipping? Are you finishing your shipping? I have not finished my shipping, but I think I finished my shipping for what I'm going to do for the show. Honestly, I think I could do one more. Tino and all the stinky talk, y'all have motivated me. Let me do one more. I think I have it right here. Should be pretty easy. It's a nice little 3-piece bundle. Um, let's talk dirty some more. Let's talk dirty. What time is it? I didn't really want this to go over 2 hours. Hey, that would be 15 minutes. Perfect. I should be able to finish these in 15 minutes. Wait, was it this 3 vintage and modern? Was it this one? No, this is all vintage. Okay, hang on. Hold on. I'm coming back. Let me grab the right. I have 2 dress bundles. One of them is vintage and modern, and one of them is just vintage. And I need the vintage and modern, which is this one. Yes. Okay. Um, I'm watching them on right now. Oh my goodness. I hope you're watching them on Whatnot, and you don't mean you're watching them in general. I'm like, am I one of them? I hope I'm not. If I'm one of them, just wink once. Just wink once. Don't put me on blast, but just wink once in the chat. Yeah, see that is, but Cherish, like if you had to choose between a heavy stinky scent or a heavy floral scent, would you rather have the heavy floral scent? You know, I know it's a lose-lose anyway, but which is the lesser of two evils? I think the heavy floral scent, the pretty scent, would be preferable, even though neither one of them is a great path. I bid up on a pair of Steve Madden shoes and all new merchandise show, but I got them without the box with tags or stickers and dirty. Uh-oh. Ooh, that sucks. See, that I would reach out to Whatnot. I wouldn't even really message the seller or anything. I just wouldn't do business with the seller again. And I would just reach out to Whatnot and item not described so that you get your money back. Because yeah, in that situation, you can't, you lost. You lost. It's literally like just burning money. It's like burning your money, because you can't even call it support at that time anymore. Because why would you want to support somebody who, you know, misled you or cheated you or sent what they something different than what they were supposed to send you. So yeah, I would message Whatnot, and I would send them a picture of the bottom, tell them it did not come with box, it was not new, the bottoms were worn, item was not as described. Whatnot is very, very, very good about doing the right thing. They're very good about doing the right thing. If stuff like that happens, they're pretty quick to troubleshoot it, reach out. Remember, they can also review the footage, you know, so they can review the footage and they can see how the seller described it. They can see like what's in the description. They can hear how the seller described it. So you're definitely covered. You're definitely covered for that. I would reach out to them 100%. Get your money back. There are people that have stated on their lives and state they don't wash it. I get them all fresh and clean. Oh no, I've been working eBay listing. Oh, look at you, Tino, hard at work. Tino, you're always hard at work. The best dancer. Tino is the best dancer. People have stated on their lives and state they don't wash it, but I get them all fresh and clean. Well, maybe, you know, that too. Maybe people don't. But then like last minute they decide, let me just wash it. Or I have done this before, which I wash all of my stuff except if it's brand new with tags. If it's brand new with tags, if it's retail arbitrage, absolutely not. Okay. Thank you, Desert. Thank you. Then if I got it from a thrift store, it has the Goodwill smell. I do have the Bounce. I'm looking at it right now. It's the Bounce 3-in-1, where it kind of helps take out wrinkles as long as it's not too wrinkly. It's a refresher, and it's a deodorizer, a wrinkle release, and odor eliminator or something like that. I don't know. There's 3 different things. So I'll spray the item with that, and I'll fluff it out, and I'll just let it hang. And I do that, but I do that most of the time, like before I show the item, because I don't want it to have like the strong fresh scent when it comes in. I just want it to combat the Goodwill thrift store smell. With stuff, if I get it from like Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, you know, Burlington, any type of retail arbitrage, I don't do anything with it. I don't spray it down, nothing. It just is, it is as it is. But yeah, when I go to my bins, when I go to yard sales, when I go to thrift stores, when I go anywhere else, I mean, even yard sale stuff has a smell to it, right? It smells like heat. It smells like boxed up heat most of the time. And sometimes it will even smell like wet boxed up heat, because if they're in actual boxes versus like plastic bins, they you know, the yard sale stuff has its own smell to it as well. Goodwill has its own smell. Anybody who's ever stepped inside of a Goodwill, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The bins is dirty. You know, that it's filthy. It's filthy. Whether the item smells or not, you better wash that crap. If you've been to the bins and you don't wash your stuff, take one clothing item, fill your sink up, whatever sink, fill your sink up with water, put just like a little drop of Dawn dish liquid or detergent, just something, a little, just drop in there, kind of mix the water up, put the item in there. Don't even scrub the item. You don't have to scrub the item. You don't have to wash it together. You just put the item in, fully submerged, let it soak. Let it soak in there for just like a minute or two. And then you take that item out. You see how filthy that water is? You better wash your stuff. If you get stuff from bins, whether it's the Goodwill bins, the Goodwill outlet, or any other version of bins, you better wash that. If you don't wash that, shame on you. Because that stuff is dirty. And why would you want that stuff going through your house anyway, contaminating all of your other items? PJ is Desert Hearts. Yeah, Desert_Hearts. I reached out, but I didn't want to hurt the seller. It wasn't. Yeah, so something like that doesn't necessarily hurt the seller if it's a one-off. I'm sure. So I've had 2 situations where a buyer has reached out to me and said, "Hey Jen, I just want to let you know, like, this item had, a hole," or one of them was like really nice, like they knew me. The other one said, "This item had a stain on it. I was able to remove it, but I just wanted to let you know because I was a little bit discouraged because I was going to wear this for an event." So they were just letting me know, and I thought that was really cool for them to just send me a message. They didn't put it in the feedback. Somebody did put something similar to that in the feedback before. So I know of 3 people where I've sent out an item and it had a flaw on there that I did not describe. But there's definitely, I know there's at least one. There's at least one I know of somebody who did not reach out to me and probably just went straight to Whatnot. And I've never heard anything from Whatnot, and Whatnot does give leniency on situations. They do keep track of things like that from sellers. They keep track of how long it takes you to ship items. They keep track of item description. They keep track of how many return requests or refund requests are open up. They keep track of all of that. So if you get to a point of worrisome, where Whatnot's like, hey dude, you need to chill, then they'll send you a warning. So I think it's important in some form or another to either let the seller know, because it might just be something like a critique, just a nice little criticism on how to do better, right? It's always a good thing. And this, like I said, something like that, it shouldn't be emotional. Hey, you shipped my item and it had a hole in it. That's just truth. That's just a fact. There should be no emotion behind that. So any seller should never take that as offensive, as rude, as sad, as whatever. There should be zero emotion behind that. It should just be like, "Oh man, my bad. I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know. I will correct this. Can I do something to make it up to you?" Reach out to Whatnot. Let Whatnot know. They'll refund you the money. If you come into my store, I'll send you another item or something, like whatever they might want to do, and just take it straight to business. So I think it's okay. I think it's okay to reach out. And if a seller takes it emotional, then that's not really a seller who's serious about their business. And maybe you don't want to do business with them. Yeah, I mean, I get. Yeah, I don't see Desert Hearts. I was confused by that. I know he's selling. I don't follow them. very, very well. I've popped in a few shows. You know, they live in Texas, and I like to kind of support, you know, fellow Texans and stuff. But I really, you know, there's just some people that you don't vibe with, and there's not really any particular reason, you know, you just don't. But I have tried to catch a few of their shows, and I couldn't tell if they were like shipping immediately because I'm like, I mean, as long as people know that that's what's happening, then it's up to them to purchase. And if they're fine with it, if they know they're going to get the item and purchase it right away, then that's fine. You know, that's okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. If you don't ever have to take it home or anything, and you skip out on washing, and you know that you're starting items for low, and if people know, then hey, why not? If you can still sell dirty clothing to people, if there's a market for buyers willing to pay money for dirty clothing, then why not tap into that market? You know, but as long as they're upfront about it. Yard sales have the outside humid snow. Yes, that's what it is, Tino. That's exactly what it is. It's that outside humidity smell. Like I was trying to, you know, sun, but water. It's exactly what it is. It smells like humidity outdoor. Yeah, Jen, what was that crushy thing? Did you like that? Okay, so I saw the trim and I was like, in my mind, I thought Versace? Like what? Wait, what is this? But it's kind of small. So I was like cautious to like look at it. It was underwear. That was yellow stained underwear at the bins. I didn't even want to linger on that. I was like, I'm just gonna put a little blooper. Let's cover that up. That was yellow stained underwear at the bins. I don't know if it was washed yellow stained underwear or if it was not washed. Either way, it was so freaking disgusting. Even if that had been like real Versace, that would have stayed right there where I left it. Yeah, that was gross. That was gross. They are, Tino. They are. They're not playing around with shipping. They're taking away your instant pay. They're taking away your instant pay. They are suspending your shipping abilities. If you can't ship, you can't sell. And they are putting temporary bans too on sellers. Not temporary. I guess suspensions is the way to say it. Not just shipping suspensions, but suspensions on your accounts. Like you can't sell for this many days. Or they're monitoring. They are monitoring you, and they've been doing that for a while. A while back, I got a message saying that I had in the past week. They're like, in the past week, you've had like 17 orders that took over 2 days to ship. So we're sending you a warning. Well, I had sold that stuff on a Friday, and Monday was a holiday. And so I replied to them and I said, hey, I think you're mistaken. I think that you're counting Monday, which Monday was a holiday. USPS was closed. So even so, if I sold items on Friday in 2 business days, I'd have till Tuesday. So if Monday's a holiday, I'd have till Wednesday. So they reviewed and they took all of those off and they were like, you're okay. But yeah, that was like really, that was pretty quick too. And I was like, oh shoot, man, they caught on very quickly. So they've always been monitoring it. And I think it's good though. So many sellers are horrible at shipping. They're horrible. Like I see people and their average shipping time is 4 days. I've decided to slow up a little bit on Whatnot because my average shipping time went from same day, 1 day to 2 days. And I feel like 2 days is below satisfactory. I love shipping within 1 business day. I would strive to ship same day, but it became too much. And people are like, well, that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have, too many sales. No, because it became too much for too little. And I didn't want my standards to drop. So I did adjust how I'm doing shows and stuff now, and trying to refocus and trying to have more shows on Friday so that if I do have a pop-up like Saturday or Sunday, I have more time to ship without it affecting my shipping time. So there's a little bit of strategy there too, but you know, nothing serious. And when it comes to review, those people, I'm like, bite my tongue, don't do it. Oh, I know. I know. Yeah, I would never recommend leaving a negative or a critical review on somebody unless it's item not as described or it was just really poor service all around, and you just leave the honest opinion on there. But if something may or may not have been like a one-time thing, an accident, a little mistake, I would reach out to the buyer, or like I said, you can always just reach out to Whatnot. But sometimes people need to know if they messed up a lot. Sometimes it's literally a warning, it's a warning for other buyers, like seller was rude, took 2 weeks to ship out my item and sent me the wrong item, not as described, or whatever. I would put something like that. I've never had to. I've never had to. I'm a little bit picky who I buy from, especially after like a couple incidences early on. Now I'm a little bit picky. I kind of wait a while. I see things. I do check reviews also, and see what other people say about it. But we just we hit the 2 hour mark. We're 2 hours and 1 minute in. This is a nice long stream. I finished half. The other half is gonna be just nice packing stuff in boxes. Should be pretty quick. So hopefully I get the other half done here. So I'm gonna end this stream and work on the rest of my shipping. Should take like 2 hours. Maybe I'll see if anybody is on Whatnot that I can kind of just go lurk mode and watch in the background. Let me see how. Okay, and broadcast. Thank you everyone for being here. Anybody who does watch this replay back, if you have made it this far, thank you so much. You're awesome. You're a rock star. And I think I will re-edit this to put all my links and stuff in the bottom. I don't know. We'll see. I never really have a plan. Be a kind human. Thank you so much for still being here. Have a wonderful night. PJ, you as well. Have a wonderful night. I appreciate it. Cherish, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Tino, if you're still here, get your stuff done and then have a good night as well, Tino. Okay, I'm gonna end. I think so. Bye guys. Bye. Thank you.